I'm Madeline Harvey, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. In our lesson today, we're going to do some high-intensity lung workouts for singers, giving you more support and more power for your overall singing. So if you liked today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click that subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. The video that you're about to see was taken as a clip from a live lesson that was shot earlier today. If you'd like to watch the entire live and complete many an exercise included in that live, then I invite you to click that join button below and become a member of this channel. As a member, you'll have exclusive access to all of our lives that we do every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that's really late for you or super early, fear not. You'll also have exclusive access to our members only area with over 100 videos of voice lessons. So again, click that join button below. It's only $4.99 a month, and your contribution helps to support our channel. That way we can continue to deliver awesome content just for you. You ready to get started? Here we go. Welcome today. We're going to be doing some lung workouts today, and it's relatively high intensity. So I just want to let you guys know from the jump of today's video that pay attention to your sweet bodies. If your body is saying that it's having trouble doing something that we're going to do today, take some time to rest. If you need a rest, the point of high intensity is, in fact, high intensity. So I just really want to encourage you guys to move at the pace that feels good to you. I want you to be like sponges and soak up today's lesson. I want your lungs and your diaphragmatic muscles to feel very good about what we're doing. Cool. Very good. Very good. So I just saw that we have a couple of new members on today. So welcome, welcome. We do these live streams every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. I almost said 1 p.m. Boop, brain fart. 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm very, very happy that you're here, and I hope to see you in future lives. All right, ready to go? So we're going to talk about lung capacity. So today we will do some exercises that feature the voice, but most of our stuff today is going to be featured on building the lungs, as if we were at the gym and building them as muscles. So we really want to look at our lungs as being similar to sort of firming up our thighs. You know, we got to do the lunges to get those thighs, nice and firm. So the same thing with the lungs. We want to be able to control what our lungs are doing so that we have a nice, supported vocal experience. Very good. So first thing that we're going to start with, we will need straws today. So if you have straws, go ahead and grab them up. I'm going to be using my singing straw. I really enjoy the middle one. That is my favorite. That gives me just the right amount of resistance. So I tend to favor that one a lot. I've partnered with Singing Straw, and there is a link below in the description if you want to purchase your own set of singing straws. So here we go. So first thing I want to talk about, and we will do our best, and I encourage you guys, if you have questions, like type them. So we'll do our best to really debunk a little bit of what breathing is about. Because a lot of people with voice, with music, tend to overlook the breath. But the breath is the boss of you. Always. We're wind instruments. So it's kind of a little weird for us to feel exactly what that feels like. Our experience with the breath is in a sense of extremes. We either don't have any breath support at all, it's very lackadaisical and uncommitted, or we have this like cannon fire, I'm going to force my breath out. And what we want to do is we want to feel that interior sense of homeostasis, interior balance, so that we have that powerful support from the breath. But the first thing I want to talk about is why posture is so important. So I'm going to stand a little neutrally. So if I'm thinking neutral, my chest sort of slumps just a little bit. And as we stand in this way, my posture is not bad. Turn to the side. Not bad at all. But if I slump a little bit, watch my intercostal muscles right here. So here's me slumped. You see there's very little movement at all. But if I lift my sternum a little bit, like standing straight and lift the sternum, watch now. there's a lot more movement, a lot more movement. So that little like degree or 2 degree shift really makes the difference. So I want to encourage you, since today we're talking about lung capacity and creating that strong recoil inhale and strong reflexive exhale, just every now and again check in with your posture. You don't want to be all like, you don't have to be all like, Captain Marvel about it. You don't. You can just sort of lift that sternum, feel energy pulling up, 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 causing like nice stretch in the vertebrae of the spine. So now that I've said that, let us start with one of my favorite exercises. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't done this exercise in a little bit, and I did it right before our lesson today, and it really pooped me out. So I'm not going to lie, I will share my experience with you all the live long. So we're going to take our straw. If you don't have a straw, you can use your lips like that, or you can pretend like you've got like a cigarette in your hand. Like pretend, just creating a resistance with your fingers and creating that pull on the inhale, full power for 8 counts, and then full power exhale for 8 counts. Now, I have not mentioned this in a while, so I want to take the time to mention why we want to do this timed, 8 count in, 8 count out. We want to work the inspiratory muscles. We want to get that strong, like, pull, and then we want to get that strong push on the expiratory muscles. So it's our way of keeping the body under pressure, keeping that time under tension. Where you will feel this the most is going to be in your back, in the back, and in the sides. You might see, and this is one of the reasons why I wore this dress today, you might see the belly moving too, like a little in and out. That's fine, that's fine. But what you do not want to do is go, like, use your neck or your shoulder muscles to sort of pull the breath in, like, and pull the breath up. That's accentuating the top of the lungs, because your breath can actually isolate certain parts of the lungs. So if we go like that, it causes a lot of oxygen to go straight to the brain. You'll get dizzy. Please don't do that. But we want that contraction to happen very low on those intercostals. And it's like rowing a boat. It's like, whoo, those lungs pull at the bottom, okay? So that's the why. So I'm going to put on a metronome. I have to turn that down a little bit. 75 beats per minute. This will indicate our count. Good. So we'll count to 8 for each one. And we're going to try 2 minutes. And if we get really good at it, we may go to 4. Ready? Exhale. Here we go. Good. Very good. I love it because here that natural projection just in speech that happens right after it. We have to, when we think about singing, we always have to remember that it is, your cat wanted to play with Mabel. Oh, Mabel would love that, actually. So we want to remember that we're athletes. We're athletes. So we have to really get those muscles activated, get them working, get them waking up. Creates that strong recoil inhale. That really is personally where I see the best benefit to this exercise. For a lot of people, they have a very weak recoil inhale. When we create straw work, when we work it like we're doing like gym work, it creates a strong, open recoil inhale. So if we were to test this right now, relax the belly, empty your lungs like you're shushing someone at a library, like shh. Good. Empty. Didn't take much, did it? Now recoil. Feel that? It's like what you'll see. I'm like totally not embarrassed by my belly. So what you'll see is intercostals swing open here and then belly moves. It's almost like one of those belly dancing, belly rolls things that's happening. So I will shush, watch here, and watch here. Ready? Breathe. Shh. See that? It was like open and drop. Good. That's all good news. Strong recoil because we don't want movement up here. If I'm singing a song that's really fast and that intensity is really fast on the voice, I do not want to create the breathing pattern of because I'm going to freak out. So I'm trying to keep that intensity as low as possible. So we will probably, I try to over prepare as much as possible for all of our lives. So we might use the straw a little later, given if I get through all the content that I want to get through. So now that we've got the lungs warm, awake, we've got that inhale moving, we've got that exhale moving. Now let us do what I lovingly call like vocal sit-ups. Now we're not going to add the voice just yet. We're going to get the sense of what we're doing first. So remember, I will constantly remind you, lift that sternum. Even if you're sitting, because if we're sitting, we're at a state of rest. So the body's like, I'm asleep. So we want to really lift that sternum. And then relax the belly. There's our starting position. So what we're going to do is we're going to pressurize. Ooh, I'm sorry, guys. We're going to pressurize the body with a small little vocalization in there. It sounds like this. Like that. Very small vocalization. I do want you to, it's like an H sound. Right? Now what we're doing, exactly what we're thinking here, is as we inhale and then we pressurize, we're going to hold our breath. As we hold our breath, we get that subglottal pressure really good. Now that means that includes the vocal cords. They're contending with the pressure. They close, that pressure creates a sort of suction seal on the cords, which closes everything. The diaphragm lifts, and we hold the body under pressure. We're going to do this for 12 counts, slow release for 8, and then we will rest for 8, and then repeat. So again, I know that was a lot of information. So I'm going to go. I'm resting. You see what I'm saying? So we will take the breath. Now we're not taking long breaths. We took the long inhales just to get those muscles going. Now we want to turn everything into quick. So one more time for you, because I know it's confusing. We're going to empty our lungs. Why we want to empty our lungs when we begin is because we want that strong recoil inhale. That takes us approximately 1 count to do, just 1. Then we will pressurize our body, hold our breath for 12 counts. Then we were going to slowly release it for 8 counts. Then we will rest for 8 and begin again. Okay? Not hard, but not easy either. What we're doing is we're teaching the body to get that timing, that onset of the cords closing and the diaphragm lifting, and then holding that pressure. So we're mimicking what we're about to encounter if we sing a song. You'll be holding under pressure. This keeps that diaphragm committed and lifted, mimicking like you were going to be singing for at least 12 counts in a song, because you'll be holding under the 12 count pressure. Then you will release, still controlling the release. So everything is about keeping that intensity in the lungs. How are we breathing in the rest part? Tulip, welcome. You're just resting. You can breathe normal. 8 counts is really not that long, but let's bring back our metronome because we likes it so much. Okay, ready? So go ahead and exhale. Here we go. So that was kind of hard. Here we go. I was just going to continue to hold it. Sorry, guys. And relax. Good. So what you're doing is you're building a little bit of stamina. Again, this is not a fancy exercise, but as you pressurize, like especially quickly, like that, you're creating that suction seal closure on the vocal folds themselves. So this will give the vocal cords a lot of authority to close and close completely. So if you notice that you're a kind of breathier singer and you'd like to fix that, you don't have to push more voice through. You just have to get that cricothyroid muscle a little bit more accurate in its closure. So your body is interpreting the lift of the diaphragm and the close of the cords happening simultaneously, gently holding under pressure. Be cool. And then gently and controlled, don't freak out, that 8 count release. So what this is meant to do is to keep a cycle going of calm under pressure. Just calm under pressure. Most of the time when we breathe in singing, our breath, much like our voice, becomes extremely reactive. We don't want that. We're trying to say, I'm about to do some singing, and that singing may or may not be intense, but relative to talking, a little bit more intense. So you want your body to stay calm under those conditions. Keep the pressure nice and low and get that timing perfect. Good, very good. So those are our 2 activating exercises. Let's go into like pulsing with the diaphragm. Now we want to get something called diaphragmatic dexterity.